Last time on Dice Funk.
I mean, I did save your dad from getting thrown out a window.
Aaron Aeronautics.
Until now, nobody in Crown knew any of that stuff, and now they do.
If you want another match sometime one-on-one, give me a shout.
I'm gonna give the arm to Katarina to put in her infinite pocket.
I have an offer for you.
I get the feeling that going with Solomon is not going to be a smart idea. That he's telling us to basically replace the current people who are working for him, and it's like,
Hi, Memphis. My name is Lenora Desmond, and I'm really cool.
Ideally, she wanted you guys to succeed so that some other member would buy you guys from her.
We are basically human property right now, that's what you're saying.
So you already kind of work for me.
It's his whole game, and now that I'm in it, I'm going to win it.
How are you planning on cheating?
Spots on the board open up when members die, correct?
Yes?
I think it's time we open up some seats on that table.
Well, I'm glad that we didn't have anything exciting happen at the end of last episode.
What are you talking about? My character decided she wanted to make pretzels and sell pretzels, but to afford it, she had to borrow some money from the mob.
Right.
Wait, no, hold on. That's a Simpsons episode. Never mind.
Right. We keep on getting those two things confused. Like,
My character's a plowman, right?
right.
Austin, can my character join the Stonecutters?
Alright, so where were we? You just did a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
What'd I do?
You Dextered all up in the place.
Did I Dexter? I haven't watched Dexter. Can we say The Wire? I wired all up in that place?
Yeah, you wired all over it.
That sounds dirty.
To start this episode of the podcast we're doing, I think we should just jump right back into the scene where Catarina Brooks was telling Inspector Graves that she plans on killing all of the Crown Corporation board members and taking their place, because that's the important thing happening right now.
Does seem important.
Yeah, so Katarina says she wants to open up some seats at the table. Graves takes a moment to absorb that. It's a pretty big statement. And then he says, I didn't know you had it in you. You all seemed like a bunch of goobers, I think is the word. Is this a team plan, or are you free agenting this?
Call an audible, you could say.
Yes, football exists. Yeah, it's a normal sentence. Jesus.
Yeah. And I'm gonna take a mulligan, too.
Okay.
And then slam dunk this opinion on you. I'm gonna define all these sports that now exist.
Power play.
It's more of a penalty shot.
Then it's morphing time, because Power Rangers exist now, too.
God, please stop establishing. We can't. The lore can only take so much. Also, the tone of this scene is whack now. He says to you that you should keep this on the DL for now, because he doesn't think your team members are going to be able to handle this very dangerous, bold move you have. Although he is in, partially because he doesn't have a choice. He's going to die otherwise. And also because this might benefit him too, because there are 10 seats and you are only one person.
Yeah, for sure. That's exactly what we're gonna do. And as a heads up, when it comes to killing these people, I think we need to make sure we get rid of the brains too. I don't know exactly what these guys are doing, but one of their members uploaded their consciousness somewhere else, and I don't really understand what all that shit does, but I want to make sure one of these guys doesn't fucking escape to the internet.
Graves says, I can pull triggers. Are you asking me to delete the internet?
I'm just making sure if we kill someone, they stay dead.
Gotcha. If we kill someone, they will stay dead. If they upload themselves, it'll just be a new person who may or may not be interested in any of this. I hear Scale 2 is basically just Henry Thoreau up in this fucking thing.
Oh, Henry Thoreau exists too. All right, cool.
Graves says, so where are you planning on starting?
Our priority right now is to keep playing the game so that we can keep some level of security over ourselves. But we just so happen to be headed towards where the military branch is headed. And I think causing some chaos there might help impede some of the retaliation strength they have if they figure what's up. Plus, Richard is already bedridden and we know the password to get into his place, so that guy can get got whenever.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't change that. That's not security protocol at all.
Well, we know his kid too.
That's true. Leverage is good. Speaking of which, I work for Solomon, but he is paranoid as hell. He attends meetings via hologram. I've never been in the same room as him. So while you're doing your thing, you also need to be keeping in mind priority 2 is figuring out where he actually is. He doesn't have a public headquarters. No one knows where his house is. So, I mean, you do your thing. You get an opportunity to knock one of them off, take it, and I'll do the same while we maintain the status quo. But also, we need to be digging for dirt. It's all for nothing if we get 9 of them.
If you hear anything about Project Eternity, keep an eye out for it. I don't know what that shit is, but I don't want any surprises.
Never heard of it, but I'll let you know.
Good shit.
All right. So if the plan is clear and you're not going to shoot me and you're not going to give me my gun, can I go home now?
Yeah, tuck your kids in.
Okay.
Do that shit. All that good parenting stuff. Oh, milk and cookies? Is that something that parents do?
I'm a dragon, so
Milk and beef.
Milk and mutton? I don't know what you do.
lactose intolerant. Don't be insensitive.
All right, I'll take your White Russian that I ordered for both of us, son.
It's milk is a mammal thing. You have to know this. It's not a secret.
I don't have to know anything.
She's just gonna stare at Graves blankly. Like, what?
All right, Grace gets up to leave. He just looks around, heaves a sigh, shrugs his shoulders, and goes to leave the club.
I want to, before he leaves, I want to say, oh, one other thing. Hey, I was hoping you might be able to use some of your police contacts to figure out something we might use the next time this guy shows up. And Kat's going to start pulling the dismembered arm of Ash out of her pocket.
All right, you take out a severed arm in the middle of a nightclub in a world in which robots are sapient, so that's cool.
She's going to pull out just part of it so you can see what she's... You know what? Actually, I guess I don't even need to pull the arm out. She's going to say...
It's too late. You see the arm.
All right, fine. And she's going to say... So, y'all got, plastic or rubber rounds or shit like that?
Non-lethal ammunition?
Still punch a hole through something, can it?
Sure.
We might need that. There's a added element to all this shit, but we may be able to still play that to our favor.
Wow, you're 3 moves ahead, huh?
I don't play that chess shit.
I'm not a nerd.
I don't play your nerd games.
Any player character in a D&D campaign who would play chess is a loser, and I disavow them entirely.
I say as in real life, I'm shuffling a deck of magic cards.
Yeah, so if you want non-lethal ammunition, you can get some off camera, and it'll just be non-lethal damage according to the rules of 5th edition.
Gotcha.
So it's easy to do.
Yep, that's all I wanted then.
All right, so after you let Graves go home, I take it you let the Modron take you back to Memphis Cordevero's room.
Yep.
And you walk into the middle of the end of that conversation, which is Memphis saying,
You guys are trying to sell computer parts, and you know a guy who could help, but he's trapped in a military base?
Yes.
Why that voice, Lenora?
Isn't she still really high?
Oh gosh, yes. But it's not a disorienting high, it's a powerful high.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Lauren. Memphis says,
Okay, I think I can work with that. General Heller's base,
this is the worst thing in the history of writing, but
as you know, is in the middle of the desert, outside of the city, in an inhospitable, completely unapproachable hellscape wasteland out there. So it's gonna take some doing. You can't just walk onto the base. They'll see you coming a mile away. In fact, you can't walk there at all. You'll sunstroke out during the day, you'll freeze to death at night, and you'll dehydrate to death either way. So it's a bad location for a heist, but if that's where you need to go, I'll be thinking about it.
You'll help us? Will you get us a cool drill car? I really want a drill car.
a what?
A car that drills. Like, you never seen, do you watch movies, TV?
Drill cars from movies.
Somebody help me. Really, that's like a big drill. Like, use fucking seen Gurren Lagann.
That's just not how...
That's robots, not cars, but...
He probably doesn't know what one looks like because, well, you know.
Okay, that's... What is... Okay. You can't just...
Because he's a mole. Why would he need a drill car? He's a mole. He digs.
Because he's blind.
He might know where to get one because he's a boss guy.
You can't eye shame this mole.
I'm not eye-shaming the mole.
Not you. Okay.
I'm not eye-shaming anyone.
Drill cars are not a thing, first of all. It's just, that's not how physics work. How would they go up or down?
Magic.
Okay, well, fair. You know what? You got me on that one. I'm going to concede that point. And with objection withdrawn. Proceed, counsel.
Okay, I said, you gonna get us a drill car.
And he says, no.
Okay.
If you want to go to the military base, you go up onto the surface, and then you drive across the desert, deeper into the desert than Valentine the city is. It's just, if you imagine the desert as a huge, inhospitable wasteland, like the size of most countries, at one part of it is the only city, or cities, one on top of the other, and the whole rest of it is hell on earth. And somewhere out there, where you're specifically not supposed to go, is where you're going to want to go. So,
how do we get in?
Good question. I will let you know when I figure that out.
Okay. So, what's up? What y'all doing today?
All right. So, I guess you guys hang out with Memphis for some more time.
Well, I want to ask him something specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, so this deal about us coming on with you're cool with that?
I don't know you guys very well, but you came to me and you're asking a favor, and I want to help. I've heard some stories about you guys, and I would prefer if you didn't kill anyone you didn't need to.
That wasn't us.
What do you mean?
We didn't. We left, and then before the police got there, we didn't kill anyone. I roll deception if you need me to.
You're not being deceptive.
I'm being unclear.
So what happened?
I don't know. We left before the police got there.
Okay, now roll deception.
26. I still have advantage because I'm high as shit.
Yo.
Memphis says,
That's extremely weird. I didn't know about that. I don't think anybody does. I'll look into it.
Wow, thank you. You're already such a great patron. The best. So much better than Bo. Totally.
I'm going to walk up towards Memphis for like a handshake.
okay.
And like going for a handshake, I'm going to say, let's have a good mutual partnership then.
He's blind, so he does not know what you're doing.
Oh, that's good. So I pull out my gun and I shoot him in the head.
Oh my god.
I can't tell if you're serious.
I am 100% serious. I shoot him in the head with the magic bullet to detect thoughts.
Oh boy. Downtime episodes, everybody.
Oh my god.
All right, so you're doing surface level?
I want to know particularly the thoughts he's having in regards to us on his team.
Sure.
Well, now they're bad.
Cause that's what I was trying to like lead his thought process into before using this.
Yeah. He's kind of scared of you guys. You supposedly killed a bunch of people, and you're even if that's not true, it's still suspicious. And you guys have done high danger missions for other leaders and survived, and you're supposedly very valuable. So as far as he's concerned, you guys are like a crack team of commandos who just showed up at his door. It's like a hack move to compare things to like sci-fi, but it's like, what if like 4 Agent 47s showed up and were like, hey, can we do your chores? It's weird. He's like, I'm just trying to sell drugs and cheese sticks.
My hero.
He's not. He doesn't have any nefarious thoughts. If anything, he is worried about you guys being nefarious.
Okay.
But you pulled a trigger on this guy, and Rosen is in the room.
What do I roll to tackle Katarina?
Strength contest.
Alright, I'm rolling to tackle you, Chris. 14.
18.
Fuck!
Get out of here with that shit. I mush mouth you to the floor and shoot this fucking mole in the head with the magic bullet. Nah, I want to know what it's in his head. And if he has a response afterwards, my response set is going to be, Well, we were just betrayed by our last sponsor, so before walking into a new partnership, I want to have some sense that we're not just getting into the same scenario all over again.
So you walk up to Memphis, you offer your hand to shake. He doesn't know that, and you realize he's blind. You pull out your gun and you use the detect thoughts bullet on him. Images of him being worried about you guys explode out of his head. Lenora tries to tackle you, but you throw her off. Meanwhile, Rosen pops a Nox and tries to tackle you as well. Boom. Crit.
5.
5 does not beat a crit. Rosen tackles you to the ground, and because Rosen is a fire newt, they vomit fire and basically viscous lava onto your gun, and it starts to melt as they hold you to the ground in a Nox rage.
I want to check on Memphis.
Memphis stumbles backwards just from the sound of fighting.
Why is this happening? What's going on?
I'm sorry. She cray. I don't know. Hey, you two, fucking stop it.
Frank is just going to try and leap on top of this situation. So, where's Katarina? Leap on top of that situation.
Okay, so we're just creating a Jenga tower.
He's going to use a second level spell slot to cast Sleep on the area centered on Katarina and
Rosen, and now Frank.
That's 31. So whoever has the lowest amount of hit points between the three of them, does 31 exceed their current hit points?
That's almost certainly Frank.
Yep. After the level up, Frank has 24 HP, which is probably the lowest.
Which means that Frank falls asleep.
To recap, Katarina comes back into the room where you guys are planning the next heist, shoots Memphis in the head with a detect thoughts bullets, finds out that he's more scared of you than you are of him, and then there's a dog pile in the middle of the room, which culminates in Frank being magically put to sleep on top of the dog pile, smushing everyone beneath his dad bod.
Friendly fire spells, hurrah!
You guys have made a Rosen sandwich.
Oh, poor Rosen.
Frank is a very effective doorstop or paperweight.
Katarina, what the fuck?
As I said, I'm trying to read his thoughts. We were betrayed by our last sponsor. I want to make sure we're not walking into the same situation again.
Maybe you should, I don't know, ask before you shoot somebody in the head.
Maybe if I ask, he'll decide his thoughts and then we won't get a straight answer.
Maybe you need to calm the fuck down.
Hey, I'm not the one whose rage buddy is pinning me to the ground.
Because you just tried to shoot their boss. I get we have to be wary, but you have to come from this in a logical standpoint. You just walked in here after not speaking to Memphis, after we have been, and just shot him in the head. And he already thinks we killed a bunch of people. What do you think is gonna happen?
Maybe something pops up that shows us that Memphis isn't to be trusted either.
Speaking of pop-up, is that a severed robot arm in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
I'll just say, look, I got what I looked for. I'm not trying to start shit here. I'm just trying to go into this safe, all right? I don't like being under the thumb of somebody and not knowing what they're about.
Memphis says,
All right, you guys are scaring me. This is bad juju. This is bad, all of this. I think you guys should leave.
Oh, please, Memphis, please work with us, please. She's just, I don't know. This is very unlike her.
Oh, do you know her well?
We've worked together for a while. She's never popped off like this before. I think the last mission just really shook us all because we thought Bo was trying to kill us. And it's really scary to think that someone's going to kill you, as I'm sure you now know. Sorry about that.
We can't have teamwork without trust. Trust is earned, but not at gunpoint. So if you want to work for me, no guns.
That's fine. That was our only gun, and Rosen melted it, so no more guns. It's cool.
okay, Lenora, you are aware that's a lie.
Wait, who else has a gun?
Ed?
Oh. Lenora forgot, because Lauren forgot.
Well, to be fair, Lenora is high as shit.
Lenora's just not used to guns. Yeah, no guns. Sorry. Okay, I can't back myself out of that now. It's not deception, because Lenora genuinely forgot.
Yeah. Does anybody have anything else they want to do here?
Well, Frank's asleep, so there's not much he can do.
Yeah. Someone's got to tuck that dad in.
Don't wake Daddy.
Do not listen. You cannot wake Daddy.
Seeing that things are kind of calming down at least somewhat, Ed is going to move and try to roll Frank off of the pile to at least get Rosen to not be pinned down against Katarina.
All right, so we're gonna disentangle these bodies and escort you guys out of the nightclub.
Is Frank like asleep being carried out, or has he been woken up?
He would have been shooken awake.
I do like the image of someone carrying him, though. Just like,
But who's gonna carry Frank out of the three of us? I think only.
Maybe Lenora's high enough.
team effort.
Can I roll to carry Frank?
Sure, why not?
I have a -3 to strength, which is why I'm not trying.
18. The other roll was a 1, but with advantage, it's an 18.
I like the roll of a 2 followed by a 19 there. It's great.
The continued adventures of Team Loser.
All right, so Lenora, you're gonna carry your card, Dad?
Yeah, carry your dad over your shoulder.
All right, so you guys leave the nightclub. Katarina, your gun is damaged.
Yep.
So, between now and the next heist, you guys have some time off. What are you doing? What are you up to?
I'll start off. So, Katarina took another level in Barbarian.
You think?
There's not too much that actually comes along with that. There's a couple features that aren't particularly worth noting that much, and basically just a big increase to health. There's not like a new rage or anything like that. But for Katarina, what she's going to do is one of the days before, like after this all happened, she's going to tweet out a message that just says, "The view never changes." And then she is going to, when she gets a chance, she's going to go see Diego Rivera at the South Valentine Wrestling promotion.
All right, so you're going to meet with the Goliath wrestling promoter and booker, Diego Rivera, in King Coliseum, presumably. Is there anything else you want to add to this scene? Are you just meeting at his office, or is this like between matches, after match?
Oh, this is going to be early in the morning, essentially. This is like the crew's downstairs still cleaning up a little bit from the night before, things like that.
All right, so he's sitting at his desk. He has a big mug. It's like world's #1 wrestle boy. It's like you could. It's like a small bathtub for you, but it's just his coffee mug.
In my mind, I can't not envision Andre the Giant now, so.
Yeah.
So I'm going to walk up and be like, "Hey, Rivera, what's up?"
Oh, hey, Kat. You okay? You took a pretty nasty bump last night.
Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, I want a release for my contract.
That was abrupt.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Looking to do other things right now and can't have wrestling distract me from it.
You still have like 1.5 years on the current contract, Kat. You can't just break it. Also, you're in the hole for quite a bit of medical, dental. It's a lot to ask.
Well, put me on one of those 90-day no complete clauses or whatever that you need to. I'm just asking for a release.
Is this about the royalties? Listen, there's not that much streaming revenue to go around. Everyone can't have some.
Nah, it's not about royalties or anything like that. Just a change in passion, you could say.
Is this a drug thing? I'm not sure I met anyone more passionate than you about body slams. Kat.
Look, let's just say I lost my smile, okay? That's the real life reason Shawn Michaels said he had to retire originally, so.
Oh, wrestling is so sad.
It was followed up by a pretty great song.
That's very touching, Kat, but I can't help but notice this very strange, suspicious behavior a couple days after you show up with needle marks in your neck. I'm not a Rhodes Scholar, but...
Give me a cup right now, I'll take a piss in it, and you'll see it's fucking fine, alright? It's not a drug problem, alright?
Well, no, Kat, I don't really want your piss. I just...
You sure? I got plenty to give.
That's super okay. I can't stop you from walking out that door. I just want to be clear about the stakes. That this is not going to go well for you. The bills are going to pile up. The interest is coming. It's hard to get to how far you've gotten. You have a lot to go, but you've made progress. If you just roll back down the mountain, there's no escalator back up to this point.
Yeah, I got all that, but I'm pretty confident about what I'm doing here.
You got all that? That was a pretty complex metaphor. There was a mountain and there was an escalator, and mountains normally don't have escalators, so you have to imagine a situation in which they do.
Yeah, I got a pretty vivid imagination, so,
Okay, I can't stop you. Walk out. Don't show up. Break your contract. See what happens.
Good luck, Diego.
You're going to need it more than me. I'm fine. Have you seen the t-shirt sales?
You're going to be without hashtag sale on, though, so you got to find something new. Tell your Dragon Boys to come up with a new catchphrase.
You don't have to tell me my problems. I know my problems.
That's all I wanted to do.
All right, so Katarina, let's just to recap. This is all happening extremely fast. I hope the audience is enjoying their whiplash. So you pulled a gun, you agreed to a wide-ranging extreme assassination plan, and you've quit your job. That was previously your most important thing. So big changes for Kat.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is doing stuff during the downtime?
I can do a thing during the downtime.
I would like that.
Yeah, so for Frank's level up, he got 2 new spells as ever, so he's now got Misty Step and Ray of Sickness. Ray of Sickness is a really nice offensive spell in that, as well as the standard, do a magic attack roll and see if you do damage, you also do a saving throw, and if it's successful, you can poison the target, which does some fun things. The reason I took Misty Step is because when I hit level 6 as a wizard, I get Benign Transposition, which basically means that I can either swap places with someone or teleport into a new spot. And because it recharges when I use certain types of spells, I can do things like use Benign Transposition to swap places with someone, then Misty Step as a bonus action to teleport away. So, in that recent situation where someone was being held with a needle to their neck, I could swap in and warp away, which is, a nice little thing. Frank also got 4 extra HP, an extra level 3 spell slot, and I think that's it for Frank. So yeah, in terms of downtime stuff, Frank is going to try and get back into contact with Algernon.
Your new Palgernon.
My new Palgernon, which is the pun that made my week and made me very happy. So, yeah, considering a lot of stuff happened between Frank and Algernon that just kind of was a bit abrupt, he's going to contact Algernon and go hey, so do you want that rematch, huh?
Is that even a question?
You just name the time and the place.
During the next full moon, on top of Sharp Financial, we have to do this. I would say a thunderstorm, but I don't want to get struck by lightning up there. So
yeah, and also thunderstorms tend to come with rain, and that's not good for the cards. So some kind of.
Do you not have sleeves on your cards, you absolute maniac?
Look, I have sleeves, but if the more soaked your deck thing is, water's gonna make it in the top of a sleeve in a thunderstorm.
You just worried me for a second there. I was
no. I know about card sleeves. It's all good.
Nearly busted an artery. All right, so you want to have your dramatic rooftop duel?
Yep, gonna have the dramatic rooftop duel with Algernon.
Okay, so you guys are standing on top of the building. He lets you up there. He has a key from his dad's room while his dad is sleeping. You guys sneak up into his room and you take a fucking security hatch up onto the roof, and the wind's whipping through, and it's very dramatic and anime-esque, and you guys are dressed to the nines, and you're gonna duel. So you want to roll initiative?
Yeah, let's roll initiative. 22 for Frank.
All right, so Frank, you go first.
Okay, so Frank is gonna kick it off with his new spell. He's gonna cast Ray of Sickness. So that's D20 plus 7. Is 17 enough to hit you?
Sure is.
2d8 poison damage. And then on top of that, we've got to do a Constitution save for versus 15.
12.
So Algernon is poisoned until the end of my next turn.
So what does that do?
Algernon has disadvantage now on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of Frank's next turn.
Okay, so that's, once again, this is representing a card game. What do you actually do in the card game to cast Ray of Sickness on him?
So Ray of Sickness, I like to think that the card art is something like someone in like sort of the sort of like epitome of teenage cool, trying to be like, yeah, I'm really cool, I'm the sickest. And it's just someone that's like all dressed up in Adidas and Reebok, like casting this like sick Ray at them.
All right. So 6 damage and disadvantage on attack rolls.
And ability checks as well.
I do not think he's going to be doing any ability checks during this card match. I was just like,
No worries.
just challenges you to a push-up contest in the middle of this.
Well, just in case, I don't know what he's planning.
You never know, yeah. So Algernon is going to play your favorite, YOLO the Dragon, which is a firebolt. Disadvantage on this attack, 7. That's gonna miss.
That's gonna miss.
All right, it's your turn.
Frank's gonna cast Lightning Bolt. So that's a Dex save versus 15.
So you play Lightning Bolt. Algernon's actually going to play Counterspell.
Frank's gonna counterspell the counterspell.
Algernon's going to counter your spell. Your counterspell that's counterspelling the Lightning Bolt.
Okay, Frank's gonna use his final level 3 slot and counterspell that.
Wait. Okay.
You can't. I know. You only get one reaction per. Is that what you're gonna say, Sketch?
Oh, okay.
Yes, that is what I was gonna say. So the counterspell of the counterspell would work.
But Algernon can't counter my counter because he'd already countered once.
That is right in Dungeons and Dragons, not in card games in which
Okay.
piling counterspells on top of counterspells is a time-honored tradition.
I will defer to you on that matter.
He's going to make a dexterity save to avoid the lightning bolt. 18, that saves.
That does save. So it still does, so that's 13 damage.
So now it's Algernon's turn. He just took a pretty good lightning bolt, and he's going to sacrifice YOLO the Dragon to play ultimate metallic red eyes black YOLO the Dragon. And he's going to do a fireball. So dexterity saving throw.
I counter spell.
The cyber metallic YOLO, the ultimate dragon, does a huge big fireball. Is going to explode Frank into a million pieces, and you're going to use is that your last counter spell, or do you have one more?
That is my last counter spell.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you countered that potentially deadly blow. Your turn. This is actually a pretty heated battle.
I know, right? So Frank is now going to cast Mirror Image. So for 1 minute, he's got 3 illusory duplicates, 4 Franks in total.
Too many Franks.
Too many Franks.
Every time.
What you gonna do? The Dodgy Dave's Hall of Mirrors. Ooh.
What you gonna do with all those Franks? All those Franks on top of this roof. Algernon's turn. He's going to use Shining Finger to shoot a... which is... It is a huge wave of fire, not as strong as Fireball, but a cone to catch as many clones as possible. So, dexterity saving throw?
So it's a clone cone.
Okay, 12. That's not gonna do it, is it?
9 damage as flames wash over the Franks.
Frank, for his turn, is going to cast Ray of Sickness again, so D20 plus 7? 26, which I'm guessing hits.
Yeah.
And we've got to do the Constitution save against 15 again.
8, he fails.
Okay, so he's poisoned again and takes 8 damage.
Okay, this is pretty rough. So Algernon still doesn't know which one's real, because there's a bunch of them. He just shot fire over all of them. He doesn't know which one.
Yeah.
So once again, he's going to use Shining Finger to blast fire over all of them. So dexterity save?
18?
Yep, you save, so you don't take half. 3. Oh, no damage at all.
With the too many Franks still active, Frank is gonna double down. He's gonna do one more Ray of Sickness, so another D20 plus 7. 20.
Yep, that hits. Wow, just every time.
12 damage, plus we've got to do the Constitution save.
Well, Algernon has no more hit points, so tell me how this happens. You make him get down with the sickness.
Yeah, Frank, like, I honestly think Frank in the moment is not expecting this to work because, like, I don't know if he's ever beaten Algernon, like, one-on-one. I think that this is just a sort of, he throws out his ray of down with the sickness and just kind of stares in disbelief when it actually works.
As Algernon takes the lethal damage, he says, ooh, ah, ah, ah.
Come on, Algernon, get down with the sickness. And at this point, like, when it's done, Frank's just gonna walk over and, like, offer a hand to help him get back up.
So instead of taking your hand and making this like a moment of confirming some sort of bond between the two of you, he daps you up, or tries to, but you don't know what that means, so it fails miserably.
He's not yet confirming that he's my Palgenon.
No, he's trying to play it cool, and he says,
Yeah.
If you wouldn't have counterspell up, I would beat you. You got lucky."
Well, you know, you say lucky, but I did have it, and as such, you know. But you did like really well, like really good thinking with that cone of fire, like trying to get around my my duplicates. Really good game. Really good game.
Yeah, I guess it was. We both played pretty well.
I've got to say, it's nice to be able to play a game with you that, like, doesn't end up with me being mocked in front of a group of people that thought I was cool or wetting myself. Avoiding both of those is, like, pretty alright.
I mean, I'm still gonna mock you. I think your deck could use some tuning. I think you probably wasted some resources in the middle there with all the making me poisoned when I was already poisoned.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm well aware I'm not in my heyday anymore. This is. I wish I still was, but I just don't have. I just don't have the money to keep up with the meta. God knows I tried, and it did not go well for me. I still want to get back into this. I want to get to a point where, like, I can get back to making some money doing this, but that feels pretty impossible right now.
Well, it'll be more satisfying to beat you if you actually have an up-to-date deck, so I have some new the packs from the new set if you want them. I already have all the chase mythics, so.
Friendship.
Yeah, that would be really nice. Thanks.
So Frank, you can pick 2 additional wizard spells and add them to your list.
Oh, heck. Well, I will decide. I'll have a look during everyone else's Downtime episodes, and at some point I will let you know.
All right. He hooks you up with some packs, and Frank, you spend your downtime perfecting your deck and savoring your victory.
Heck.
Algernoning around.
Who else did stuff?
All right, it's time for Lenora to date that bird.
Everyone's favorite game show.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, so Lenora needs to relax, and also I think she's still high.
So where do you take Sarah, the Bozog, aka Veltari III?
Well, what do bozogs eat?
What do Bozogs eat? That's a good question. I feel like I accidentally established something. I feel like I said like carrots or something.
I don't want to take her like somewhere she won't eat. Like, take her like a nice French restaurant, and then she's like, "What is this?"
She'd be like, "What's France?"
Exactly. Ooh, is there an Ilium style eatery?
That's racist.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure at the end of season 3, you suggested that they ate vegetables because, like, they were okay surviving on the stuff that was in Ilium.
I like Lauren's idea of an Ilium-style eatery, though. For listeners who didn't listen, that's season 3 where Bozogs were introduced. Maybe you guys, there's a chain restaurant.
Yeah.
Mara's Patissiere.
Yeah, I'd take her to the pastry restaurant.
Uh-huh.
Everything's encased in bread.
Excuse me? Everything's encased in bread?
There's bread in every dish. Because it's a bakery. There's bread in every dish.
No, it's fine. I heard the words. My brain didn't enjoy them as much as I thought it would.
You would eat anything if it was encased in bread. Don't lie to me.
I would. All right, so you guys, what's the name of this restaurant?
Winnie and Mara's Bread Bonanza.
I'm glad. Thank you.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was very good. All right, so you go to the restaurant opened by some season 3 characters. They are no longer with us. This is many years later, but it's now a family company, and there are chains all over the world. And this is their bread extravaganza. Was it Bread Bonanza?
A Bread Bonanza.
Like some kind of cross between Panera Bread and the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, I was thinking like Panera and Golden Corral.
Okay. Okay, that changes it a little bit. It's not as upscale.
I'm a DJ. I don't have a lot of money.
Okay. Also, it's just we spent 10 minutes talking about a bread restaurant.
A bread restaurant.
Bread restaurant. What do you do?
So, hi. Hey, Sarah. How is your bread thing?
Gluttony.
What'd you get inside that bread? You know, everything's encased in bread.
Jam.
Oh, wow. What kind of jam?
Celery.
You can't make celery jam. Okay.
Magic. If it works for drill cars, it works for jam.
Damn. Jam.
Jam.
Jammed. Okay. So, how's the wrestling going?
It's fine. I mostly do kicks. Apparently Katarina quit.
Oh, she didn't tell me that, but she has been acting kind of weird.
Super weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, she's like, how long have you known her for? Like, do you know her super well?
We worked together for a couple years, but I wouldn't say we're close.
Okay, because she's just been like extra angry and like rude and violent, and I don't know what's up with that.
I mean, she's always extra.
Well, yeah, extra. I'm always extra, but I'm not rude and violent. I mean, maybe I'm rude, but it's not on purpose.
I mean, it is part of our job, and sometimes the lines blur between the persona and the life, and you can't tell if people are in character, so...
Yeah, I just, like, don't know what to do, because, like, I want to, like, be your friend and hang out, and, like, we work together, but, like, it's gonna start fucking the whole work thing up.
What thing?
We do work together sometimes, like, freelance stuff.
Wrestling? Are you guys doing another promotion? Is that why she quit?
Oh, no, not wrestling. You know, I'm a DJ. I guess sometimes she helps me move my equipment.
She quit wrestling to become a roadie?
No, I don't think that's why she quit. I think she's quit because maybe she's depressed. I don't know, but she was roadieing and wrestling at the same time before, and it wasn't an issue.
This is going to be your guys' cover from now on, is that everyone in the team loser is Lenora's roadie.
I guess I shouldn't be talking about her when I'm on a date with you. I'm sorry. I just, like, you know, my employee... Yeah, so what about you? Tell me more about you, Sarah. How do you get your feathers so good?
I mean...
Date that bird.
Now I have to, like, suddenly come up with an entire fucking scheme for feather care. It's like...
Coconut oil.
You know mane and tail? It's feathers and beak. It's... Does that translate to other people know? Is that...
No, I know about mane and tail.
Okay.
Because you can use it for horses and people, right?
Yes. Is that widely known?
I don't know. Is that a Florida thing?
Does anyone else on this call know what mane and tail is?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Stop making up things.
I have never heard of horse shampoo for people.
It's called mane and tail. You can get it like at Walmart even. And it's a shampoo that you can use both on your human hair and also on horses, on their manes and their tails.
Is that a really common overlap in America that you need like a dual use shampoo for yourself and your horse?
That they sell it at Walmart?
Yeah, like it's a popular enough thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just grab it while I'm at the shop.
Yeah, it's at Walmart. I think it's cheap too.
I don't trust it if it's cheap. I want good shampoo for my horse hair. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's like $6 at Walmart for a big old bottle. Groom your pets with the gentle mane and tail and body shampoo. It is micro enriched.
They don't test on animals.
So how does it work on horses then?
I don't know.
Were they just like at a pitch meeting, like, guys, we gotta sell this shampoo. It's not moving at all. What if we say you could use it on your horses? Well, we don't. But what if we say you can?
The original horse-to-human crossover shampoo that provides fuller, stronger, longer, healthier hair.
I like that it's the original, except no substitutions.
You're welcome.
I found the UK website.
Oh my god, they
shit.
have this in the UK?
Maintail.co.uk is a real site.
Now, what about jojoba?
That sounds like a word.
Jojoba oil?
You've never used jojoba?
No, I'm a mane and tail man, clearly.
Jeez.
I actually use a lot of fancy shampoo because I dye my hair a lot. But I do not use mane and tail. I don't think horses have green hair usually.
Okay, so we're in the middle of this date. She's eating celery jam out of a bread bowl, talking to you about horse shampoo. What?
No, it's bird shampoo. She's not a horse.
No, but we spent so much time on it. It has to mean something.
It means now everybody knows that they can get the original crossover human to horse hair condition shampoo. Now the fans know.
Is this our worst episode?
I don't think so.
I think in many ways it's our best.
I haven't spoken yet, so it could get worse. So
Oh, no, Sketch, you always do things good. Okay, so she's eating celery jam. I'm eating, I don't know, fish jam, I guess, because I'm a cat.
Oh, nice.
The way you said that. Oh, nice.
Nice.
I'm trying to romance this bird. Can she tell that I'm high?
I'm now just like waiting for the dramatic reveal that because you're on a come down from Nox, like you're gonna have disadvantage on flirting rolls or something.
I will. I just haven't done it. I just talked about bread and hair.
Yeah, I mean, rolling is for things with interesting consequences. And so far, we've basically just told jokes, which is fun. I enjoy it a lot.
So, do you want to keep doing the dating thing?
Yeah, okay. I guess we're here now. You want to roll?
Yeah. What do I roll? It's a date.
Performance, I think?
Well, if I had advantage, I would have a crit, but I only got a 16 with disadvantage.
16's pretty good, though.
Yeah.
especially for disadvantage. So
I know. I had a 27 and a 16.
Sarah says she's not ready to commit or anything. She's still keeping her options open, but this is fun, and she doesn't mind doing the dating thing.
We can see other people and stuff, just like see each other again.
Yeah, sure.
I'm all about that free love lifestyle. It's cool.
It was a weird way to phrase it, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How I'm not good at I'm good at flirting in the club. But I've always been bad at planning dates. What do you think of my restaurant choice this evening?
It's very thoughtful. I think it was, you had me in mind, so this isn't like where you take everyone, which is nice.
Yeah, I didn't want to like be like, where do you want to go, and put all the pressure on you. But I also, I don't know what you like to eat. I figure one, you're from Ilium, or you're oh god.
Well, you can't just say that.
I know I'm bad. Listen, everybody likes bread.
I guess I can't argue with that.
Look, I even got fish jam in my bread.
Bread is empty calories. So
It's delicious calories.
It is worthless.
It's delicious.
I would happily live on bread and bread alone and be very fine with that.
Same.
You all are insane. That's like saying I want to live on water alone.
You can put stuff in bread. You can put stuff on bread. There's different flavors of bread. There's different textures.
Can I just take the stuff that's in the bread, take it out of the bread, not get those empty calories? Boom.
Maybe I want the empty calories.
Strong opinions about bread.
That should be the fucking episode title.
I thought it was going to be the original horse shampoo.
That is also good.
yeah, there's plenty here. So
Yes, I dated the bird. That's mostly what I wanted to do. Oh, for my level up, I got stuff. Not a lot, but I got stuff. I got one more spell, so I took Cloud of Daggers, because it sounds cool, and guess what? It is. I make a little cube in the air of daggers, and it's 5 foot by 5 foot, and anybody who's in that cube gets daggered. So, they get stabbed a lot with a spinning cloud of daggers. And then
If you cast that on someone, you have to yell, "Get daggered, bitch!"
I'll try to remember that just for you.
Okay, thank you.
I got another patron feature. Words are hard. I got Misty Escape, so if I take any damage, I can turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet away into an unoccupied space. And then I stay invisible until my next turn or until I do stuff. So that's pretty cool. So now I can dagger people and turn invisible and date a bird.
So more warlock levels for you, more wizard for Frank, and more barbarian for Katarina. So everyone's settling into their roles.
Yes, they're roles. Because we just talked about bread.
Yeah, people can't see that you spelled that word differently. It's not how.
That's why I clarified.
Okay. Ed, how are you?
I'm doing better after the incident with Memphis. Just things have had a time to wind down a little bit, and it seems like Ash has not been very active since the incident at the tower. So both of those things are nice. Other than that, Ed is mostly, if he's not with the team, sort of taking care of things around the quarter round, standard day-by-day things, occasionally contacting Kennedy every once in a while to figure out what's up on their end. But his level up was pretty straightforward for sorcerers. He took another level in sorcerer, so he's at level 5 there. He mainly picked up, most notably, the spell Catnap, which he can pick 3 willing targets rather, and they fall asleep. If they stay asleep for 10 minutes, they gain the benefits of a short rest, which is pretty useful. And other than that, pretty typical level up for sorcerers. The only thing he kind of does is just trying to come up with ways to possibly scrounge up some extra money for Kundi in the quarter round. At one point, he proposes to just do like a set, like a sort of a mini concert at the place to draw interest and or business through the establishment. The main concern Ed has, of course, is how to promote the event without letting people he doesn't want to know realize that it's him that's doing the set. So obviously he lets like the other people on the crew know. He lets Kat and Frank and Lenora know about it, mostly out of asking for them not only there to be there for support, but also in case something goes wrong. He just wants to be safe about it. And then he sort of mostly tries to advertise via word of mouth with the patrons that are already there, sort of as an excuse to try to drum in new people from friends of the patrons that already show up at the place.
Well, if you're playing music at an event, that would be performance.
Not a great roll, but it's still an 18.
Well, it's a below average roll, but with like a good modifier on it. Like 18 is still like it'll do most things.
All right, so with an 18, the show is a pretty big success. You get a lot of people come in. The place is jumping. There's kids on all the machines. Everyone from the party's there. I assume Katarina, but
No, I'll be there, but I'm going to be like the Fonzie over by the jukebox, like in a leather jacket, too cool for the rest of it. But when it breaks, I'm going to give it one quick boom, and then it gets going again.
So for the rest of the campaign, unless otherwise noted, Katarina is wearing a leather jacket. That's absolutely true.
Mm-hmm. Obviously.
Lenora brings Sarah.
Okay.
Ooh, awkward.
Yeah, okay, that's an interesting thing. Do you have any thoughts about that, Katarina, or is it just like, psh, whatever?
Well, obviously, if I'm Fonzie in the corner, I can't ask, I can't act plussed about something, so I just gotta be like, whatever, you do you, whatevs.
If Frank is having a bop along to the music while he's like playing the virtual holodeck arcade game in the corner.
Ooh, wait, on a very important question for Sketch. Is this open bar?
No.
I might need to start a fight with the bartender for some free drinks.
That'd be starting a fight probably with Kundi specifically.
I got free drinks from outside. I'll bring those in, but I'm not sharing.
Yeah, in your pocket.
You have an infinite pocket full of like really high-end liquor.
Well, I've been selling a lot of it. I've been hustling on the outside, selling a lot of it, but I kept one good bottle for myself.
Did you, with the proceeds from that pilfered liquor, did you get the gun fixed or did you get a different gun?
If I can get that gun fixed, and it's not like, how sometimes when a car breaks and you try to fix it, it's never quite the same way again. If that's the situation, then I'll get a new one. But if I can get that gun back to the way it was, I'm keeping old Dragon Tooth.
First of all, are you establishing that's the name of the gun?
Yes. Wait, hold on. No, it's called...
No, it's too late. You can't think of a cooler one.
It's called Mexican Car Wash.
No, it's
No.
not.
No, it's Dragon Tooth.
Okay, so two things. One, that's awesome and it's fixed, but it does have it's not exactly back to normal. It has like a burn mark on it or something.
That just gives it character.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you said it was gonna have a metal plate along the barrel to match like the metal plates on Graves' face.
Yeah, that would be pretty good. The other thing is, although it does work still, if at some time later you botch on a shot, we will now have an excuse for it misfiring. So that's good. We'll set that up.
Good shit.
Tie that sword of Damocles above us, and we just go about our business.
There's also a grenade hanging from that too.
You are just a armory of bad decisions.
That's basically my character's nickname. When you draw me in Fire Emblem Heroes, that's the title that pops up.
Katarina, armory of bad decisions. Yeah, I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for the Christmas event though. We're gonna get a jaunty hat.
Yeah, then the Easter dress or whatever the garbage they have in it now.
Yeah, your kata is totally stained with blood.
I want Cormag in it. Darn it.
Did you say corn bag?
Cormag. Cormag. He was a super cool dragon knight.
I heard corn bag.
I want corn bags too.
The actual way that Ed set looks like from the audience's perspective is that he basically has been able to move like his computer down to the stage. And has anyone here ever seen Square Pusher perform live? Anyone?
No.
Is this like the horse shampoo where you just making it up and tricking us? And you get Lauren to agree it exists when it certainly doesn't.
I mean, I wish. No, actually, I don't, because I actually like Square Pusher. No, but basically, it's like a electronic jazz fusion centric sort of thing. Ed is playing bass and then just doing things with the computer for the other music tracks the whole time, and it's basically like a one person band in essence, just because there's no one else on stage with him while he's playing out. And if there's a question as to where Marty is during all of this, he's either upstairs or, let's see here. I think the only person on the team that Marty didn't respond negatively to yet is Frank.
Yes.
So I'm debating whether or not Frank, Marty is with Frank or on stage with Ed.
Frank's had a rough time recently. Can he have a cat friend?
Austin, are you gonna ask for an animal handling role in this case?
Sure, that could be fun.
I have a plus in that, so that's good. Right.
That's a 5.
This cat hates everyone.
Frank goes to pet Marty. Marty runs away and goes and steals all of Lenora's bread that she brought with her.
No!
The cat's stealing your bread, Lenora.
Wait, do I have George with me?
I don't think anyone would stop you having him.
I want to. Am I allowed to have George?
If I have him, he's dead, so someone else has to take him.
All right. Can George pick up Marty and take him away from my bread?
All right, now you animal handling check.
Am I rolling for the robot?
Yeah, I mean you're commanding the robot, so it's
Okay.
vicarious.
Can I just say, I kind of love this narrative thing that, like, Ed's cat doesn't like anyone but Ed.
I got an 8.
This cat hates everyone.
Everyone's just chasing this cat around this arcade going, "Let me love you!"
I like that this is a loyal cat. Like, there's this belief about cats that they're, like, not loyal and that, they hate everyone and don't love anyone. But it's like, no, this cat very clearly loves Ed and hates everyone else.
These cats ain't loyal. So you guys have a Scooby-Doo chase with this cat going in and out of doors, and the geometry is warped, and it's a good time. Does anybody else want to do anything at this event?
I'm gonna punch the jukebox machine.
Well, there'll be a time between sets when Ed's not playing that the jukebox may break down at some point, or may stop playing at some point.
I punched it then.
Was that the sound of you hitting the jukebox?
I heard that. Yes, I also may have broken my mouse.
What is up with this episode?
Today's recording is cursed.
But I mean, there's also time for chatter between.
If there's a moment where Ed's not, like, up on stage performing, maybe after his set's done or something, Frank is gonna basically go and try and do the, like, proud dad thing that he did with Lenora after the DJ set and just be like, that was really, really cool. That was really awesome. Well done. I can't believe I've not seen you play before.
My robot son.
My robot son.
Thanks. It's been it's been probably a good few years since I played a set. I have kind of avoided it for a while since I've been here. Most of the time I just work upstairs and work on tracks for other people, but be kind of desperate for figuring out how to raise some money for Kundi here.
My music tastes are a little bit old fuddy-duddy. I like the music I was listening to about 20 years ago, but this is not usually my genre, but I really enjoyed it. You put on a very good show. Thank you for giving us a good night of entertainment.
Thanks. I might have overcommitted myself because I got like another 2 or 3 more sets to do. I kind of promised I would be able to play until 1 in the morning, and at least I don't get fatigued from this at all, right?
Well, here's the thing. If nothing else, I can promise I'll be here until the end of that last one. I'm enjoying myself. I'm gonna see you set through because you're doing some good work tonight.
Have you seen where Marty went? I saw him being chased around a bit earlier, but I don't see where he is right now.
Well, I tried to make friends with Marty, and cats don't like me.
It's a shame, but I'm sure he's fine.
From the background, you hear George the drone say, "Beep boop, the cat's got all the fish sticks."
Lenora goes, my fish sticks.
I was looking forward to kitty cuddles.
Maybe he'll warm up to you and, well, the others at some other point, but I guess I'm glad that this hasn't been crashed by anyone unwanted, so that's a good thing at least.
I was thinking about that. You did advertise your location when there is someone that is very much interested in your location, but it's all good. All seems to work out.
Hey guys, I texted Graves to show up. You don't mind, right?
Graves texts you back just a dick pic.
What?
Not of him, just what he found on Google image search.
Oh, I'm gonna text him back the filthiest dick pic he's ever seen then.
All right, so then you guys spend the night just sending each other comically disturbing dick pics.
Oh, it's nothing but meat spin gifs over and over again.
Yeah.
Until my data plan goes off.
You guys spend all of your monthly minutes trying to troll each other with the gross out images.
Well, all right then.
Do you guys want to actually talk about what happened earlier this episode? I feel like we've all been shook to our foundation.
So yeah, if Katarina's around, Frank is gonna go and just try and talk.
What's up?
I'm just gonna jump in and say this. Something's clearly up. I know that we don't really see eye to eye. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know, but, like, I'm concerned.
What are you concerned about?
I'm concerned about the fact that, like, out of nowhere, you just kind of shut yourself off from everyone in this team, and then walked into a room and shot a guy in the head, and, like, any kind of reasonable criticism we had of you, you just completely dismissed. And it's a weird turn of character, and I'm worried.
You wanna know what surprised me?
What surprised you?
The other day, when we had a fight against Algernon, you made the promise that you'd give up the entire card game unless you won, with the prize being that card, which was our mission. And out of nowhere, you decided to give it up. And I get it. That's your prerogative. That's what you do. But that put everybody at risk the same way.
I'm glad we're actually having this conversation, because this has been looming this has been looming on me. I knew this was going to come up at some point. Yeah, I get it. I made a dick move. I put my thoughts on that situation ahead of everyone else, and it worked out, but I'm well aware that's not... I shouldn't have relied on that working out. That could just as easily have gone the other way. And look, I'm going to be fair. I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. Like, I know when we did that first heist, I was all fun and smiles, everything's easy, everything's good. I honestly just want out. I want some kind of endgame to this, because I want to someday just settle down with my family, and right now I'm... Doing the mission we were sent to do did not seem like it was ever going to find us an endpoint for this, and I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not blaming you for that. I'm not angry that you did it. You did you. And that's fine. Just accept I'm doing me now. I'm not being stupid. I'm not trying to purposely sabotage anything. But I got my way of doing things.
If you want to change how you're acting, you want to go after goals that are more your thing, putting yourself first, that's fine. I get that. That's why we're all here. We're all trying to get something that we lost. We're all trying to do our thing, but at least communicate with us. At least keep us looped in. At least, like, if you've got a problem with what I did, come and tell me that you've got a problem without me having to come chase it out of you because you changed how you were acting out of nowhere. Like, tell me you've got a problem with me.
I don't have a problem with what you did.
I don't know. Is that how it came across a second ago? I don't know. Just...
I didn't tackle you after you did what you did.
I saw that you shot someone and I panicked and jumped.
Yeah, so instead of listening to my reason as to why, everyone jumped on me. It's fine. I get it.
I know it maybe doesn't mean much now, but I don't necessarily think you did it the right way, but I'm sorry that I acted as if you had no rationale there.
Oh, maybe this is just a culture thing. If you're waiting for me to give like a sorry and thank you thing, those aren't really words I grew up with, alright?
Nah, I get it. I'm not looking for that. We're stuck in this together right now, and I'm just hoping that whatever it is you got going on, you can communicate with us, because this is going to get a hell of a lot messier if we're not on the same page as a group.
Alright, fine. You want something like that? Just a heads up, Graves going to be joining us.
I appreciate you letting us know.
Well, I mean, look, we could leave him to die otherwise, or...
I think that is not a bad idea at all. If he's willing to work by our side, I am okay with having with that.
Yeah, you could beat sense into somebody eventually, I guess.
Considering how many times he's kicked the snot out of me,
Oh, give him all the shit you want.
Oh, no. More to the point of someone who's able to kick my ass regularly and hold me up by the throat, you know. I'd rather have him on my team than against me.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, thanks for at least talking.
Yep.
And, yeah, with that, Frank's gonna go and quietly be like, okay.
So Katarina and Frank finish hashing out the aftermath of what happened at the Oak and Holly, and the party, or it was the gig, I guess, winds down for the night. People are going home, packing up. The kids finish up their games, put bad words on the high score screen, and head out, leaving Kundi and Ed to finish closing up for the night. Is there anything you specifically want to do during any of this? Anything you want to point out?
I mean, Ed probably is going to ask, if the return, if the turnout and such was good enough for this to be something to do again in the future. Was it actually worth doing this financially?
Kundi says, yeah, if we can do this, let's see, 18 times a day for the next 400,000 days. It should pay off all the debt. So, yeah, I guess that's worth it, cosmically speaking.
Well, it's a good thing I don't need to sleep.
That's true. So you guys finish cleaning up all of the obvious messes and equipment for the night, at which point there is a knock at the door. You guys are closed, but it's rather insistent.
Ed will take the lead to go ahead and answer the door. Kind of that sort of defensive instinct he has when it comes to the place.
Mm-hmm. You crack open the door and you see standing outside of the Quarter Round Arcade is the Barl Gura demon you know as Bloodmaw, the Invincible.
Good evening there. I'm sorry to say that we've already kind of closed up and the concert's over, but what brings you here this evening?
Sea Shanty, was it?
Well, that was the team name, yeah. I mean...
Noise Machine.
Yes, that's me.
I didn't want to interrupt your party.
What is this about?
He gestures for you to follow him and walks away. Remember, this Bloodmaw is like a 7-foot-tall demon. Mm-hmm. Each bicep, the size of a tree trunk. This dude does not suggest things. He tells in a manner.
Yep. Ed will let Kundi know that he's heading out for a little bit and will be back, and then proceeds to follow Bloodmaw.
Bloodmaw leads you down an alleyway around the side of the Quarter Round, and you see in that alleyway there is a truck idling, and he hands you a piece of paper.
Okay, Ed will take a look to see what the piece of paper says.
It is a notice of civil forfeiture to begin confiscating the equipment in the Quarter Round by order of the Crown Corporation.
Just how much are you planning on taking here tonight?
I guess that depends on you, Noise Machine. How much do I need to take?
Why is this coming down now? I mean, we're still working on trying to catch up with the payments here.
This place owes money to a lot of people. Your deck gets sold, bundled, placed in all kinds of interests. And with the sudden and tragic losses in the police department, a lot of people are looking for some quick cash.
If you take things from here, it will just make the business run worse, and it'll be even harder for us to make the difference on the debt. I mean, that it will just cause the place to shut down eventually.
It's not my call. People pay me to do jobs, just like people pay you to do jobs.
Will barely pay me to do anything.
I know you're friends with Kat. I know she just quit. I'm trying to do you a solid by not embarrassing you in front of your guests.
Is there any way to have some sort of stay on this? I mean, is there any way that I can delay some sort of collection just for a little bit longer until I can get some gold together to pay this stuff off?
Bloodmaw takes the paper back from you gently as he walks towards the front and starts to get in, and he says, "You have 1 week, Noise Machine."
Hey y'all. Austin left me alone, which is a really bad idea. So you get to hear the credits from me all by myself. Whoa.
All on your own.
Yep, no Austin's here. For music this month, we have New Jack Mantle, an arrangement of The Mantle from Nights into Dreams. And Music of Funk, an arrangement of Stage 1 Gotham City from Batman. And also Linear Groove, an arrangement of A-Type and B-Type from Tetris.
Thank you, Overclocked Remix.
Thank you for the help with the music.
That's what I do.
Exactly. Someone help.
I'm in the room. We're here together. We're doing it this week. I was trying to see if she could do it herself.
No, I'm not. I'm not a grown-up. All right. Executive producers for the month of March for 2018 are X Deluris,
Kirstine Haslinger.
Joseph Tombrello,
Jade.
Arna Helgadotir,
Brent.
The Cult of Gorfanax,
Devin Smith.
Paul Mullen,
Dr. Goatman.
Toshiro Kuro,
Andrew Grothin.
Levi the Young,
Kevin Dobbins.
Morgan Rapp.
Wait, you skipped on.
Oh, I'm sorry, Anthony Sever. I skipped you, apparently.
But Morgan Rapp gets 2. Bonus.
Jana Helver? Jana?
I can't do this one. Help.
Joji Asmir?
You did it.
I think. Yeah, you get through the next one.
Douglas Williamson.
Dr. 101.
The Most Wise Guru.
Z23619.
Quench the Void. That's the quenchiest.
Tim Doubleman.
VZ Huggles.
Jay Logan.
The cast of Dungeons the Gathering.
Madison Lilith McKenzie.
Notorious Stoltz. I'm just yelling at the back of your head. I'm standing behind you, just screaming.
I hope it's loud enough.
Yeah.
Oops. Victoria Melito.
Scotty Vilhard.
Aline.
Mazjin.
Criterion.
Ren.
Einar Johansson.
Carter Rayner.
Major Tim.
Matthew B. Hare.
Jorgen Indie Monster Winewick Ford.
Joy Fox.
Razumi Yazura.
Albert West.
Ken Firstel.
Eleanor Nonante Sees Periton.
Scott Cummings.
Did we say Ken Furstel? You're scrolling fast.
Did I miss Ken Firstel?
I hope not, Ken Furstel.
I thought I said it. I don't know. You shouldn't have left me in charge.
Scott Cummings, did we say?
I said that.
Now we said it more.
Starlight Glimmer did nothing wrong.
Jew-Man Jack.
Mel Teach.
Arjun de Koning.
Grimlock.
John Potts.
Dawson Parr.
You have some kind of scrolling illness.
Fuck off. Everyone yell at Austin. He's being mean.
Noah Sudret.
Zephosaurus.
Elderly Goose.
Salad Child.
Sarah Stone.
Thorsten Gross.
Caster UK.
Aki Savalainen.
The Paladin's Wife.
Florian H.
Precious, Rocky, and Bella. Parentheses, Kitty Cats.
Hi, kitty cats. Junk 2.0.
The Hadsels.
Dominic Bowden.
Melissa Nielsen.
Dawn.
Eugene T.
Connor Reynolds.
Pruitt Holcomb.
Artemis BJJ. Bajillion Jiu Jitsu in Bristol.
Francois V.
Shanus.
Dennis Pancake Detlefson.
Miko from Finland.
Dennis Bankston.
Josh Mosier.
Indigo Van Dane.
Allison Ansel.
Sydney Marzing.
Just the Jester.
Savard Nakrasimova.
Brady Warner.
Kitty Foe.
James Neely.
Marissa Donaldson.
M. Joe.
Lana Seawolf.
Toby Gleason's Attack.
Matthew Weber.
Melissa Booker.
Cameron Abbas.
Dylan.
Anna Stulfar.
Sean, the host of Funk Dunk Plays.
Harrison Andrew.
Christopher Charlow.
Jorit.
Vega Arnstein.
August Rue.
You missed Cody Jackson.
No, I didn't. Cody Jackson knows what he did.
I'm sorry, Cody. Austin can't handle my scrolling.
She's doing it like it's some kind of fucking challenge.
I'm just trying to do it helpful.
Thank you.
Fuck off.
What else do we say during this part? Patreon.com/Austin Yorsky.
Yeah.
That's me.
I was going to say, we usually thank the cats. I forgot about the self-promotion.
No, we sketches at bandcamp.sketch.bandcamp.sketch. Just keep putting sketch in Bandcamp and dots. You'll figure it out. Weekly manga recap.
Yeah, that's Chris. He does stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Laura's Laura K. Buzz everywhere.
Also, kotaku.co.uk.
But
Don't go to the
UK,
other
not regular one.
Yeah, don't go to the other one. Jason Schreier is there. Who knows what he's up to?
Who's that?
He works at Kotaku.
Oh.
So it wasn't
Do
like
you know him?
That wasn't like a deep lore joke.
You're just like, I know his name. I'll burn this guy.
Got him.
I'm Wargalicious on Twitter. RAWRGLICIOUS. I can spell.
Good job. Also, we're on iTunes and Google Play and Podbean and YouTube. I'm running out of breath for all the places we are.
Austin's dying. Send
Please.
help.
Please.
Send him fries and sloths.
Please subscribe. I need you to hit that subscribe button. Slam that like. Please. My family's dying.
What's happening? Thank you to all the cats listening. We appreciate you. All the dogs, too. And any other animals.
Special shout out to Golden Moles.
Special shout out to Golden Moles. Look them up on YouTube. They're good.
I'm done. I'm taking a nap.
All right. Bye.